What's up, guys? My name is Kenny Cannon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I've had this channel for a long time, and I've never really released any public information. And the reason why I haven't done that is because I'm actually a business person. I actually do business. Unlike most of the people you see out there renting a Ferrari for a half hour to shoot a video and then put it on YouTube and then get a whole bunch of clicks and views, I actually do stuff. I actually talk to prospects, make offers, close deals, make money. Build businesses, sell them, stuff like that. Not, disparaging anybody, but that's just, I don't really do this kind of stuff. But I figured I have this channel. It's been here for, 12, 13 years or something. And, if the 21-year-old life coach can do it, well, then why not me, right? So a little bit about me real quick. You probably don't know who I am. Not many people do because, again, I'm out doing business all day, not promoting myself on social media. I have been in business for 18 years. I started a publishing company in 2000 and publishing and consulting both in 2007. And in a couple of years after that, I started an SEO company, sold that for 8 figures, started a Facebook ad agency, sold that for 8 figures. And now we are on our third, and we are doing a lead generation company. And we're doing well. I'm not going to go through the numbers right now, but we're doing well, and the goal is to sell that within 3 to 5 years as well. So I've been selling my whole entire life. I started when I was 15 years old, selling cell phones over the phone. Nextel, for those of you who are old enough to remember the old walkie-talkie phones. And that's pretty much my life. My life is sales in business. That's what I do. It's what I've been doing my entire life. And I'm very lucky because I learned a skill very early on in life that is the skill for entrepreneurship in business. Like, you can, if you don't know accounting, like who gives a crap? If you don't know whatever else, honestly, none of it really matters if you know how to sell stuff. And that's kind of been my expertise for a very, very, very long time. I've trained hundreds of thousands of people. I have my sales training company right now has 200 partners, give or take a couple. I don't know exactly the number, but it's around 200 all across the world that sell our stuff all the time and use our stuff all the time. So I've been doing this stuff for a very, very, very long time. And I figured, again, if there's so many people out there that are giving advice on, you got to have abs to be a closer, that's ridiculous. I mean, I grew up in a business, the stock business. I was 18. I got my Series 7 and 63 license. And in that business, everyone's a drug addict and everyone's cheating on their wives. I wasn't married and I never did a drug in my life. I never drank alcohol in my life either. But they were all a freaking mess and they all killed it. So these people that are telling you, like, you got to work out in the morning to close, like, I don't know what that all means. But I'm here. Look, I'm just going to be very honest with you. I don't know. I'm not a social media dude. I'm not like an influencer or any of that other crap. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm here to just tell you what I've done and what works and what has worked for me at least and what has worked for so many other people in business and in life and in sales. That's pretty much it. Just straight up advice. No BS. No, cars and half naked women and all that other crap. Like, I don't do any of that. I don't brag. I don't boast. I got to give you a little bit of my background. So I'm going to tell you what I did, right? If you consider that bragging, then I apologize. That's not what I meant for it at all. But, for me, it's just about doing the right stuff and doing what works. And I've been doing that for a very, very, very long time. And I figured, I was thinking about doing podcasts. Like, I have this channel. It's here. 12 years, 13, whatever. You can look it up. I don't know. And why not just use it for what it's here for? And again, a lot of other people can do it, so why not go out there and do it? So I post about once a week, maybe twice a week, and just give you guys some advice. I've never done it publicly ever. I'm on this camera, it feels like, from the time I get up to the time I go to bed, like coaching for my team and, training for my employees and coaching calls for people that have bought stuff from me and clients of mine and everything. I feel like this thing is in my face all day long. So it's not a problem with being on whatever. It's just I've never really done the public thing. Everyone that's ever learned from me has paid me a whole bunch of money to learn from me. And, for the first time really ever, besides little drips and drabs of videos here and there, just things that came to my head, I'm going to build this out, and I'm really going to be giving out, lessons in life and in business that actually work from someone who actually does it, not someone who just watched another video and is repeating what somebody else said without any kind of life experience whatsoever. Like the 21-year-old life coach, that's all over the place, and the 22-year-old sales expert, that's all over the place as well. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing here. You guys are going to absolutely love it. You really are. I have a lot of things planned for it. I've been doing this kind of stuff for a very long time, and I think you're going to get a lot of value out of it. So, subscribe to the channel, check back often, hit the thing. I don't subscribe to any YouTube channel, so I don't even know how to do it. Subscribe button, and then I think it's like a bell or a checkbox or something, so you can get a notification when I put another video up. And then, you'll be able to see all my stuff, and I think you're really going to like it. Most people that see it do, because I come at it from a completely different angle than anybody else does, for the most part. And really, it's just I don't give you the BS. That's really what it comes down to. You got to understand, I've been doing this for a very long time. I said that about 19 times already, and I know how hard it actually is. I know how difficult it is. And a lot of times on social media, on YouTube, on TikTok, whatever, it's the highlight reel of somebody's life. That's what it is. They're giving you the highlights, and they're not talking about, sitting in bed up at night at 2 a.m, wondering if the payment processor is okay, wondering if, something happened over in the Philippines and your call centers are down. That's entrepreneurship, right? They don't talk about the thousands and thousands and thousands of rejection letters that you get or calls that you get hung up on or whatever. They don't talk about that stuff. They talk about the beach and a martini and 2 hours a day and that's not really all that true. I mean, you could get there at some point, right? But for the most part, it's a lot different than what most people tell you it is. And sales is the same thing. The confused old man guy, come at it. That never works in the real world ever. I've done millions and millions of phone calls. That does not work. Most of the stuff that you see on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, or wherever does not work. It never will. It never has. And, I'm going to give you the real advice on what actually works on the phone, in person, entrepreneurship, life, based off of my experience. I'm not an expert in a lot of things, but I'll tell you right now, when it comes to closing deals, there's nobody on the planet besides one person. I'm not going to mention his name, but he knows who he is. Besides one person that is better than I am, I believe. And I am going to teach you all that I know right here on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, hit the whatever the thing is to get the notifications, and so you come up to the next one. Take care.